You know, pills are a complete curse on our nation because depending on what you're taking, they become so powerful, the addiction, that for you to get off, when you try to get off by yourself, you'll convulse, seize, you can have a heart attack. Not only that, you build up a tolerance and you keep taking, you keep taking, you keep taking. At some point, you will put your lungs to sleep and you die.
What the judge is saying here is crucial. Opioids and pills don't just stop at addiction, they literally shut your body down. Think about that. Have you or someone you know struggled with how dangerous these so-called prescriptions can become?
It happens every single hour in this nation.
Yeah.
I don't want you to use. If I find that you're using, then I'm going to put you in jail and you're just going to stay with me. It's going to happen one way or the other. I don't want you to use, and I'm going to test you like crazy to ensure that you're not using. Do you understand?
What if I get it medically? Like
A prescription.
yeah, like a prescription.
That can still be abused. And if you're going to pill mills to just shop for prescriptions, I have a problem with that as well.
Mm.
Just because the last thing I want, there's an accident in this case, right?
Like a car accident.
The last thing I want is another death on the street and something major to happen. So I don't want you to use. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Did we put a scram on her ankle, right? Yeah. That device is going to tell me if you're consuming alcohol at any time. Do not put anything in your body that has alcohol in it. NyQuil, cakes, candies, foods.
I took Mucinex for coming, and I'm sick right now. So I do nasal spray.
Okay.
They told me that
Before you put anything in your body, read the instructions to ensure that there's no alcohol in it. I have everybody and their mom telling me here, well, I took NyQuil. I took this. It doesn't matter. You're not to use anything that has alcohol in it.
Mhm.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Don't use anything unless you have a valid prescription. And then I don't want you to abuse it, even if you do get one.
Mhm.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You have a lawyer. It's your responsibility to stay in touch with her.
Mhm.
Again, I'm going to test you 50 days from today. If you're still testing positive for weed, it's not going to go well. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I had another question. Whenever I went to
Hold on. No. Ask your lawyer. I don't want you to, I've got a bunch of DAs here and I don't want you to say something that hurts your case. So ask the lawyer first. She can always come up to me and then we can talk. Don't just start asking things here.
I'm like, no, it was just about the court date. It was about the court date.
Caramba la bamba.
I'm like, yeah,
You can pick whatever day you want. I don't care.
okay. Okay. I'll talk to you about that then.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
You didn't do anything until you sent her.
Okay, so yeah, I want a scram on her ankle and I want her to test weekly so that we know she's not using. Okay?
I wanted to talk to you about that too.
Okay.
I'm gonna waive all your fees. It's never about the money. I don't care about the money.
No,
It's about you not using and staying out of trouble.
I don't have no card.
She can tell you how to do that.
Monday, Thursday?
Yeah.
Or
Just one time a week, random. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, you have to leave.
If as fast as we can get it to you.
Yeah,
Okay.
today my dad's here, but that's for today.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Good luck, Miss Alice.
To be excused, Judge.
Yes.
Okay, we have,
All right. You are Kara Lopez.
Yes.
Ms. Lopez, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
On March 26, 2025, an officer was dispatched to a crash on Antoine Drive in Orange County, Texas. The officer learned that an unknown party called 911 at the time of the crash. It was informed by another officer who arrived on scene that the observer clinic being treated by ambulance. The officer informed the victim that informed the other officer that the defendant had already been transported to receive medical care. After spoke with the will witness, who stated that the defendant was assaulted and struck the witness's vehicle, causing damage. The will witness stated they observed strong odor of alcoholic beverage emitting from the defendant, and the will witness got in contact with him. The will witness stated that the defendant was still in the driver's seat at the time of their interaction, and that it was clear that the defendant was intoxicated. The will witness reported that the defendant had slurred speech, was incoherent, and not making sense. The police stated to the will witness, "I don't know where I am." The witness reported the defendant called, the defendant cell phone crashed, and immediately after that call, the defendant grabbed a bottle.
Wait, did you catch that? She downed an entire bottle of vodka right in front of a witness, as casually as drinking water. That's not just reckless, it's almost like a scene from a movie. But in court, this is real life, and the consequences are about to hit hard.
Of vodka and consumed the entire thing in front of the will witness.
What?
Yeah, Sherman. That's what I have.
She took a bottle of vodka and consumed an entire bottle of vodka in front of the will witness?
That's what I have here. The will witness noted that the defendant drank the alcohol bottle as if the defendant was drinking water.
Just when you think you've heard it all, man. I mean, really.
The officer, the officer observed an empty bottle of chocolate vodka, and then went to the hospital to make contact with the defendant. The officer observed the strong odor of alcohol beverage from the defendant, observed that he had slurred speech and glossy eye. The officer, read the DIC form for the defendant when the defendant became coherent, and, it proceeded to a breath test and blood test. The hospital discharged the defendant, and the defendant was transported to the Joint Processing Center, but was unable to perform the standardized sobriety test due to the defendant's failure to follow instructions and to keep the defendant's, and the inability of the defendant to keep her head up. The officer took the defendant's failure to follow instructions as a refusal. The officer was unable to get the defendant to stand upright to perform HGN, and due to the physical condition, the officer did not ask the defendant to perform walking turn or to go on stand. The officer concluded, the officer offered the opportunity to provide breath and blood. The defendant declined to provide breath or blood, and the officer proceeded with a residual search warrant for the defendant's blood. The officer was advised, the officer was advised the blood would be ready in 2 to 3 days. The officer noted that, that's all I have.
Do you have blood back? Or no?
I do not. I'm not sure if that in the is referring to. The warrant was presented to the hospital, Your Honor, and a nurse advised that with blood, I guess, we're ready for 2 to 3 days. The officer.
Do you have any pride, you guys?
There was one in Caldwell County that was dismissed, Your Honor.
License?
License being. Your Honor?
This is the judge?
It's not on docket. I have to give you a case number. You ready?
Yeah.
255-7402.
Thank you.
If you speak English, right?
Yes.
If you have a problem with alcohol or drugs, now is the time for you to address it. Because stop. There's nothing that you can say at this moment. I'm warning you now, because this is the only one that you're going to get. I will do everything in my power to protect my city at all costs. I don't care who you are, what color you are, if you're a small farm animal. If I find that you're using, it's not going to go well. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Now is the time for you to try to get any help if you need help, because I don't know you. I've never met you before. All I know is what they're telling me. And if that's in fact true, now is the time for you to address it. I am going to put a monitor on your ankle so I know that you're not consuming alcohol at any time. I will not entertain any excuses like it's mouthwash, it's a tequila lollipop, hair dye. I've heard it all, and excuses mean nothing to me. If you consume, it's not going to go well. Because of all, I don't want you in the car driving. You're not allowed to drive. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If I find that you do, it's really not going to go well for you. I am putting now a restriction on your license that you are not allowed to drive any vehicle that's not equipped with an ignition interlock on it. If you're caught, and I'm sending this notice to DPS, so everybody, every officer in this state knows, if they pull you over and they don't see an interlock, they will take you to jail. Do you understand? And then you and I will have problems. Just don't.
Judge, this is Carla Lopez first,
Yes, ma'am.
and then you said no driving?
Correct.
Thank you.
And then a scram, please.
Yes, Judge.
You have the ability to hire a lawyer.
The judge isn't sugarcoating it here. Mississippi court again, break the rules, and you're stuck like Chuck. That phrase may sound light, but the reality? It means sitting in jail for months. What do you think? Is this tough love approach effective, or too extreme?
Ma'am, we will give you an application. You missed court once. A warrant is now in effect for you because you missed court the first time. I will reinstate your bond now, but this is the only get out of jail free card that you get. If you miss court again, you violate any of these conditions, you will stay with me. And I don't know who you have in this life, but if you don't have anyone to pony up $5,000 to $10,000, you will be stuck like Chuck until this case is over. Do you understand? All right, come up. We'll have you sign this. I need you to fill an application. Deputy Miranda's going to give you an application, and we'll go from there.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, sir. Sir, you are Said, is it Said?
Say it, yeah.
Said. Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Thank you, Judge. On April 5th, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, officers observed the defense vehicle going 105 miles an hour on the Northwest Freeway in a 60-mile-an-hour zone. The traffic stop was initiated, and the officer observed the defendant to be the driver and the sole occupant. The defendant was identified by a German identification card. The officer observed bloodshot eyes, slurred speech, and a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage from the defendant. The defendant stated he would not answer questions and would not perform standardized sobriety tests. A breath test was refused, and the officer observed 3 empty beer bottles and an empty bottle of wine in his motor vehicle. A blood warrant was obtained and a blood draw was executed.
Are you trying to tell me that he's consuming while driving?
And just have a moment, Your Honor. Does not specify, Your Honor.
Regardless, Mr. Said, you are not allowed to drive unless you have a valid license to drive. You understand?
It's your-
All I heard here was a German identification card. If you do not have a license to drive and liability insurance in your name, then you're not allowed to drive, and that is a condition of your bond. If I find that you violate these conditions, then I'm going to put you in jail. No more PR bond. Do you understand?
It's your honor.
I'm also ordering you not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, likewise, into jail you will go. No more PR bonds.
It's your honor.
I don't know what your immigration status is, but if you're not in this country with permission, if your paperwork is not done the right way and you go to jail and immigration finds you, they will put an immigration detainer and you will be stuck like Chuck in there until this case is over with, which could be 6 months, and then you get shipped off to immigration. You understand?
It's your honor.
Okay. Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
No, Your Honor, I'm not allowed to work right now.
Okay, I can have you fill out an application. I need to know everything about you, how much money you have at the bank, how you get money, how kind of cars you have, property, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, IRAs. I'll take a look to see whether you qualify, and then we'll go from there. We'll have you give you an application. I'll have you sign a reset with Ramona, and then we'll have you take your signature box.
You said no driving?
Unless, does he have any kind of,
From what I have, Your Honor, he does not have a license.
I do have a license.
Just
Well,
without insurance and?
with the no driving without a valid license and insurance? Okay, all right. To qualify, you have to be at the poverty threshold to qualify. If you make the kind of money that you make, you don't qualify. you know, this life is not about how much money you make. It's about how much money you spend. Spend too much and you get into a hole, you know, we can't foot the bill for the taxpayers, you know,
Yes, Your Honor.
make good money, which is great, right?
Yes, Your Honor. It's my wife.
Stop. I don't want you to say anything. Just, so we're going to give you time. There's a gajillion and one lawyers out there. It's about you finding the one. It's like buying a car. You know, you don't go, when you're starting off in life, you don't go buy a Lamborghini or a Bentley or a Ferrari. You know, you go to Toyota, Honda, and lawyers, 99% of them will put you on a payment plan as you go. You have to negotiate with them. Don't take them at first blush. There's literally a gajillion and one lawyer, criminal defense lawyers out there. So if you don't find one or one's not willing to negotiate, go to the next one because there's tons of them out there. Okay. All right. We're going to give you 30 days. Don't wait. There's a lot of timing requirements with the DWI. So don't sit there and, you know, I'm going to wait until 29 days to start looking. You're only hurting yourself. Okay. Okay. Good luck. Oh, I would also probably look for one that immigration as well, if you're not a citizen of this country. Okay.
Thank
Good
you.
luck.